Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel, the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with your love reading for the week of April 10th through 16th. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't for those of you liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers and to the channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out the second channel, That Wild Spark. You can get there by putting the @ sign in front of That Wild Spark. You can look down in the description box down below and you'll be able to find a link to the second channel and or on the community tab. Check it out, check it out, check it out. There's plenty of videos over there, 6 or 8 or 10. I'm not even sure, I've lost count. There will also be a new one today or this evening over there. So go ahead and head on over, check it out, and make sure that you are subscribing. Also make sure you're liking and sharing the video so that we can get more eyes over there and, you know, kind of start building that channel up. Also, while you're at it, if you haven't already subscribed here, what are you waiting for? You are more than welcome on both channels, and we would love to have you on both. So let's go ahead and see, whoa, what needs to come out here. We have 2 of my decks put together. So we're going to see what your message is for love this week, Aquarius. All right. Look at this. It's interesting. Every single card out of the deck, or out of it, is the same deck, but there's different cards all throughout from the other deck. Isn't it interesting? Interesting. Okay. Let's see what is coming through for you. The first one you have is gaining clarity, chasing, settling, confused. What do you really want? So this is coming through with this energy of gaining clarity. For some of you, you've been kind of back and forth. And here, I'm going to give you what I'm getting specifically with this card. Whether this goes with the whole rest of the reading, we'll see as we go through. But with this specific card, what I'm getting is this energy as that potentially you like the idea of somebody, but don't really want that person. Okay, take that as it resonates, if it does or doesn't, right? But liking the idea of somebody, or liking the way maybe you look with somebody, or I you know, that's kind of how it's coming through here, which is super interesting, but isn't really kind of a match made in heaven. So that is what is coming through. Now also for some of you, there's this energy of really needing to kind of figure out what it really is that you want. Maybe you're looking for somebody, or maybe you're with somebody but not super happy. Again, you know, that whole liking the idea of somebody but not really wanting to be with that person. It's more the idea of having somebody with you, or the specific person, the idea of them, than actually being with them. It's almost as if you guys repel each other, yet you can't get them out of your mind, or vice versa, right? Take it as it resonates for you, okay? So there is a new person showing romantic interest, is new love blooming, okay? So here's the catch. This is a catch-22 coming through here. There's a catch. If you are always thinking about this person, here, for those of you that this resonates for, you won't even see this potential new person. Okay, somebody showing romantic interest, could be some flirting, could be somebody who's like texting, like, you know, almost on the DL. It's like, hey, what are you up to? What are you doing? That kind of thing, not really putting it out there just yet. They're showing that interest, but it seems like you are so busy or preoccupied with this person that you don't even really want. Yeah. That you're not even seeing this. So for some of you, you're like, oh, why doesn't this person want me? Or why isn't this happening? Or why aren't we da 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 da? Or why am I never finding the love of my life, or the person that I want, right? And you're stuck in this catch-22 where this person, there is a potential new person that is showing romantic interest, that is there, that, you know, wants to come in and maybe sweep you off your feet, but you're paying too much attention to this one that you don't even see it. Okay. Interesting energy coming through this week, and says, looking back, we were good together. I miss you. I want you to come back. Okay. Listen, listen, Aquarius, listen. Again, this is pointing right here to this one, okay? So this is you. I mean, this is really coming through with your energy. Again, if it's flipped, you know, flip it, but it's really coming through as your energy. Looking back, we were good together. I miss you. I want to come back. Were you, though? That's the question that's coming through here. Were you, though? Or is it, again, just the idea of it? Did you, I mean, really sit down and think about it? If you were already with this person, right? And it could have been just that you guys were really close friends and you're missing them or whatever, but um, were you really that good together? I mean, sit down and think, did you have more good times or more bad times? And I know that's not really the way, but the pros, the cons, um, was it really that good? Or is it that you, unfortunately, as we all do, might be switching up some of the info or have memories different than what really occurred? Or maybe you're being like, oh, yeah, but, or making excuses or what have you. Because again, it feels very much like that looking back is almost looking back in a honeymoon period instead of potentially what actually took place. Now, if you're looking back and it really was all good and you really do right, then by all means. But with this card that coming out first, it feels like no, like you were settling, like you were confused, and then maybe you started chasing and weren't really clear on what you wanted, and now it's more like that idea, that catch-22 of oh yeah, yeah, but then you're not seeing this, and then maybe adding like romanticizing the memories, right? And not seeing them as they really were. It's almost as if you're wearing rose colored glasses or heart shaped glasses when referencing this and not really seeing things as it was. Because, I mean, a lot of times, if there is that energy of, breaking up, right? There's generally a reason for it. Somebody's your ex for a reason, generally. And this may not even be an ex, but that energy is coming through that you're kind of missing them and that kind of thing, or vice versa, like I said. But is it really that, or is it just the idea of, okay, it feels very much like somebody is, that potentially you're just feeling a bit lonely or like the weather's getting a little warmer and seasons are changing and maybe maybe you guys did fun stuff in the summers or what have you. I mean, it may not have anything to do with that, but maybe you guys did fun stuff in the summers and you're like, oh, it's summer again and I really miss that person, that kind of thing. But it may not be that person, it may be the idea, right? Or the things you did together. um Take it as it resonates, okay? Now you also have higher level union, soulmate, twin flame, divine counterpart. So it feels very much like you felt that way and or you're beginning to feel that way. There's a lot of information out on all this stuff. Some of it may be really compelling, okay? Some of it may really be, you may just be like, oh my gosh, this was us. We were soulmates. We were twin flames. And that could be with that chasing, runner chaser kind of energy with the twin flames, right? We divine counterparts, whatever it is, or you may be watching readings or whatever, and you know what's resonates for you or what goes or what doesn't, right? But some of you are in the space of beginning to feel like you don't. I've been there. I totally have been there. That's how come I know. That's how come I can speak on it right now here, Aquarius. I have been there, been like, oh yeah, what we were destined, or we're still destined, not really now, but you know what I mean? Even though it didn't work out back in the day, or even though this or that, we're destined to be together. They're my soulmate, or they're my divine counterpart, or we were together in a past life. And maybe that may be true, but here's the question. Is it holding you back? Are you halting or stopping your life because of this? And they're out just doing whatever they want to, banging who they want to, doing what they want to. And you're like, oh, wait, but I'm over here. Come, waving at them as they're driving by with somebody else or whatever, don't stop your life for somebody else. And maybe you guys are. And if it's meant to be, potentially you'll come back together. But this first card out just really it's this energy of gaining clarity, seeing things from a different perspective, beginning to understand or see. Now, this could be just something fresh and new, or it could be from a long time ago. But again, there's that feeling of catch-22 energy, that feeling of, you know, just like you miss the idea of them again, but you might be missing out on this. Okay, now the next card you have is I was scared of what would happen if I let you in. Okay, so see, it's still, whatever this was, is it's like it was on the edge. It never even got really deep or connected. Or maybe you guys worked together for a long time, but they didn't share or you didn't share, or it was just very surface level. There was no potency to it. Okay, and again, you're gonna know, because you know the different levels or different layers of connection, of potency, of, right, sometimes it's more like an energy of lust and not actually love, right? And you can be together for a long time in that and know that it's not right, but still be kind of drawn together, right? Or sexually attracted or whatever it may be, right? But not actually let each other in, or one or the other doesn't, or there's not a full level of trust, or there's no vulnerability, or, right? You get what I'm putting out here, I'm sure. Okay. So, yeah, somebody, one of you, didn't actually let the other in, or both of you. It just feels like this was a fun, flirty thing, not really a one night stand. It feels like it went more than that, but it wasn't really the thing, even though sometimes we think it is in hindsight. Hindsight, we've got that catch-22, and now we got hindsight's 2020 coming through here. Okay. Wow, and this can be painful. Some of you are still in this cycle or loop of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But again, right here, there is somebody new that is coming in, and you may miss them. Okay, don't let yourself miss them. And it says, my stomach turns to butterflies at just the thought of you. Okay, but now here's the question coming through: is it butterflies, or is it an anxious feeling? I was watching a show the other day. Actually, I wasn't watching it. I overheard it. It was playing kind of in the background, where like there was a male that was trying to that was engaged to a female and was trying, and she broke it off, and she left and moved to a different town and stuff, and started a new life, a new job, and all that stuff. And a little bit of time passed by, and then he came and started showing up and trying to get her back and wooing her. And they had dreamed about a house together when they were engaged, and he put a down payment on it and all that stuff to come woo her back and stuff. And as it progressed, she started being kind of pulled back in, and then he started belittling her, and his true authentic self started coming out. Enough time had passed that she had somehow forgotten that, and he was being so charming, and he was being so wonderful, and he was being so amazing, that she started getting sucked back in, right? And then he started belittling her and putting her down and shaming her and that stuff, right? And so that's kind of what I'm feeling like within this whole reading, which is super interesting. And maybe that's not what you're feeling. Maybe that's not what's coming through, but that message, or me overhearing that for whatever reason coming through back here now, I mean, there's a reason that it's doing that. Okay, so your butterflies may not actually be butterflies. It may be your stomach churning to kind of give you that warning, or that, kind of, oh no, this isn't what we want. And sometimes when we have butterflies of excitement, we can mistake them for anxious energy, and sometimes when it's anxious energy, we can mistake it for butterflies. So really just pay attention out there this week in love, Aquarius. If this is truly what you want, great. But if it is that catch-22, don't miss this, waiting for or hoping for this, because it already feels like it didn't work before. Whether it was an actual relationship or friendship, whatever it was, it already, and that doesn't mean that people can't change. That means that growth doesn't mean that growth can't happen. It doesn't mean that people can't come back together. But this very much doesn't feel like it is a connection within all of this. It very much feels like kind of um, this wanting energy, but still not that clarity and still not that. It's just the idea of it feels like, okay, if this isn't right, then this might not be your reading. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. But also, if this does resonate, make sure that you're not missing out on this potential new love, this potential new person, this romantic interest because of this. Again, don't stop your life or hold your life waiting on something that is not really potentially what you want, because it doesn't feel that way. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit that subscribe button right down below. Subscribe, and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. While you're at it, also go ahead and check out the second channel, That Wild Spark. You can get there by putting the @ in front of That Wild Spark. Down in the description box there will be a link, and or on the community tab there are links. Go ahead and check out that second channel as well, and make sure that you are liking and sharing the videos, getting more eyes, and subscribe. You are more than welcome on both channels, and we would love to have you. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.